Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and fourth as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. To credit that sack to Robert Quinn. That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things, getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down. It lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time, leading them out the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft. Justin Fields out of Ohio State.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And this will be caught by Mooney. 20, 10,
right
5,
down there.
touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Cousins gives way to Cook. Cook able to escape. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 21 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Cousins to throw it. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll try the counter here. Cohen. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Nifty move. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but...
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Cousins now. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last year, up to make the play. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Short yardage, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The kick by Joseph is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded right at the goal line. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Here's a give running left. It's Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Flush to his right. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On on the give. This is Cohen. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw is Fields. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the 1st half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escaping.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Fields. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on first down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking...
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them can...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. on second down. It's Cook, and he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, here's the run with Cook. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. A little extra pressure with this one for Greg Joseph. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Play action. It's Fields. Flush to his right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 27, Fields flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And quickly, they get to the line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So Cousins and the Vikings down 17-16, 2:06 to play. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. A first down throw for Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Completes this to Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. That's complete. It's Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. Cousins to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now Cousins. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try. Here's Cousins. And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for two, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth. So the inability there to get the two-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. And got his man complete. And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for two. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Chicago, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.